see who gets off with a bang with its first round of the night.
Yep, it's going to be exciting. Round one of many that we'll be seeing. So let's go ahead and see who's going to be able to get it. They're priming themselves a little bit towards A. Obviously, they're going to get up in here, see what they can do. They pretty much called it right. I mean, they have only 2 players on the actual site here for A, and so now they're going to be working their way in. Looks like they're getting a little bit hungry here, and I'm not sure. Should we be able to get? Yeah, they got the bomb planted itself, so that's great. So they went in over-aggressed probably a little bit, but they're starting to come back onto the site. Got to watch out from behind, though. You're going to see Breezy making his way from the rear, see if he can make any kind of connections here, and he does. He's going to go ahead and grab one, but get taken down because Raven coming from the rear as well. Down to 1v2, coming in for MCS.
Stufafu.
Oh, is he gonna
full stick?
Oh,
no, but Raven's
I think
got
he's
it.
gonna full stick. Yeah.
You know, that was interesting, right? To see the flank of a flank there. That was definitely an interesting round. Lots of flanks coming in. Ultimately, HRT and Adderall are able to take that. It is a close round though. It ends in a 1v1, so the kills kept even. I'm interested to see if MCS Gaming are going to try and force. They don't. They think better of it. I saw that from Moss purchase, and it got me a little worried for a second, a little worried and excited, but ultimately they do just stick with the pistol round, so this should just be a quick and easy round for HRT and Adderall unless something diabolical happens for MCS Gaming. Good nade. It's a lot of good damage.
Yep, and looks like we're slowly making their way in. Again, they didn't really invest too much for MCS, so it looks like this is just going to be an absolute blowing the entire team down with 1 magazine. Raven going to go ahead and grab 3, and we're all down to 1. Snuff is just hanging out, trying to get anything possible, but no, unfortunately not. That's going to be Raven for a 4-piece as well. So looking fantastic already, but now we hop into round 3. Now that they've saved their cash, now it's time for the buy-ups to come in, and now it's time to see what MCS really has to offer.
Yeah, definitely. So gonna see pretty much a full rifle round here, besides a MAC-10 and MP9, but we are gonna get to see a lot of firepower, plenty of util for both teams, not as much as MCS Gaming would like, but plenty enough to get them started in this round, and it looks like we're gonna be fighting for mid. Oxarka here on a very forward position. We've got nice presence, and Stufafu has got one of his own, and Oxarka has got one as well, but can't get more than just the one. A nice repeat from Jay Breezy keeps it even, and we're up to a 2-2. Serendipity low as well. Angel Gun gonna be crawling out B. This is being watched by Jay Breezy, but the timing, the turnaround betrays Jay Breezy, leaving Angel Gun to plant the bomb in Ogura. Poor Ogura in a 1v2, but gets dropped out mid by Serendipity, and MCS Gaming, it looked like they had a way into the round, but the timing just betrays them there at the end. And it's a full gun round that's over in what, 30 seconds? That was fast. Extremely fast.
Yeah, that's not exactly where they would want it to be, but, well, time to rack it, stack it, and try it again later, because as of now, they don't have a whole lot of money to play with, although we do see 2 MP9s making their appearance, which is going to be great, as long as they can make some of that of it happen, maybe, depends, but at this point, possibly not. We got full AK runs, full util for everybody, and it's looking fantastic for HRT. So we'll see if they can make anything happen. But again, once we get back to rifles, it could change. The first one is always the hard one to do, so no worries there.
Yeah, 100%. And that's a lovely find by Ogura. Actually, he's dropped his gun and has picked up an AK, so that could be interesting, right? If the defenders are able to get a couple more kills when this post plant comes in, Stufafu might be in a good position. Yeah, Flash just behind him, isn't able to get the kill, but Scorchy has got the trade, but I don't imagine we'll see much come out of this round. Scorchy tagged down to 32, the jiggle is there, and he swings right into it. It's just Ogura and a 1v3 and nothing left for him. He's just gonna have to get out of this round with this AK. He's got to be careful because Serendipity hot on his trail, but he gets around the corner just in time. Serendipity seems to know exactly what's going on as they're chasing him down. He makes the movement onto the van. Does he get spotted? No, the timing is crazy. He gets away, but maybe not for long because there is a fast underflank. They are crunching him in right now. Raven watching for under. A flash comes out. A nice peek from Ogura, but he does go down eventually to Serendipity. So not allowed to save with that AK. And HRT up to a very fiery start. They're 4-0 right now. So, I mean, that's exactly how you want to start your own map pick, right? Just complete domination, which is exactly what it's been. But now MCS Gaming have another shot to put a pin in that and say, yeah, we're not out of this yet. And it is their CT side, right? So they need to start stacking up rounds soon. This is a somewhat CT-sided map.
Exactly. And I mean, at this point, they've got to start getting those rounds on the board. Now, we do have the Opera appearing. So, Scorch, let's see what you got for us. See if he's going to be the one to open us up. See if there's anything that's going to be coming through because of that. But he's got to be careful here because Raven's getting sneaky here. And, actually, Zarga is going to be able to go and grab Raven, taking Raven out of here. I think it's going to be huge for them. Burglar's also super low, but actually, yes. Actually, look at that. A possibility. I mean, Scorch is low, which is not going to be great as of now. Breezy is going to be rough for him. Bomb's already been planted. And at this point, it's probably just going to be one of those saves. Burglar being super low almost could be one. And even Serendipity potentially could go down. But at the same time, they still got 2 more to work with. And just right now, Scorch just does not have that health to really be making that happen, unless he just wants to open it up and just quick scope like a madman.
Yeah, no, and this is just a very bitter pill to swallow for MCS Gaming, right? Because you need to get out with this round, and that is a nice kill from Scorchy to save his teammate there, Jay Breezy. Maybe he could have gotten the kill himself as well, but yeah, lovely. Hopefully they're able to get out of this with a save. That's a nice kill as well. Some economy damage on the way out. But yeah, I mean, need to find a round, and they need to do it as soon as possible, right? Definitely not the outcome you wanted in that round. HRT and Adderall, again, just off to a hot start. And yeah, that's going to trigger a timeout from MCS Gaming. So going to take some time to talk about what they want to see this round, but they need to change the pace. They need to change it now.
Yeah, they really do. They've got to figure out what's going wrong, what is not going right. And as of now, they're going to be able to buy up. I mean, they're fully locked in as far as that loss bonus goes. So they're going to be able to work it fairly decently. But again, at the same time, there's only so much you can do with that if you can't get those rounds. And they're going to have to break the streak of 0-5. And then not only that, work their way back up. So it's going to be a little bit of a hard road to go as of right now. But it's not too far out of the way, and that's okay. But they just got to make some sort of, anything happen. Anything for a round. But it just looks like, I don't know. I've seen the coordination, but they're not winning the gun duels. They're both whoever they're fighting against is going up against each other, but they're just not making the hits. We're still seeing half HP disappearing, but we'll just have to see if their aim can kind of warm up. Because again, this is the first round, and sure, they could be playing. See, we just saw that. Like, the aim was just not there. Yeah. The bullets are missing, and they just got to find where that is and what's happening, and see if they can correct that.
And sometimes in these BO3s, it's a warm-up thing, right? You get into the game, you're nervous on the first map, and one of the teams comes out shooting really well like this. You're just not prepared for it. At least in situations like this where one team just has complete domination over another team. MCS Gaming are going to go for this. Oxarka has actually opened us up with a nice opening kill, and Aaron is extremely low as well. 16 HP. We got to start moving. We have kit, right? But the time is ticking down. 12 seconds left. 10. Aaron is hidden away. Defuse is going to be stuck. But it's come off. Oxarka, low HP, not going to be able to fight Angel Gun, and it's the closest round we've seen. But it still goes the way of HRT. Angel Gun gets out of that round 4-1. Pretty sick stat line. Raven on 11-4 as well, but that's 6 in a row. MCS struggling to find anything. I mean, like I said, that was the closest round that we've seen, but it still just doesn't go their way. And it looks like we've actually had a team knife as well. Jay Breezy is already on 70 HP. It's tough.
Yeah, this is definitely not going the way they want to. Man, Burglar and Serendipity have just been absolutely crushing it. Raven and Burglar because Raven, although we've seen plenty of kills and has 11. The only thing is just they haven't been the flashiest, but Burglar seems to be just opening it up and making things happen. And now that they've pretty much have A completely clear, it looks like the rotations are coming in, so that's going to be nice to see for Serendipity. Just got to make their way over to it, and they should be good to go. But they still have to worry about one more. And we'll see if that's going to cause any issues. But...
yeah, and Oxarka has found an interesting timing. Oh, but they're ready for it. Now a kill on a Serendipity. Oxarka gets one more. This is a dangerous round, but not able to control the spray once again. And that, I won't harp too much on that. He has the FAMAS. I am an avid FAMAS hater. So that's not Oxarka's fault. That is the gun's fault. Disgusting gun. Is Jay Breezy going to have a look at this? I think he might. Spots out one. That's a kill onto Aaron. It's a 1v1. Angel gun extremely low as well. It's a 3K in the round for Jay Breezy. 4. He might catch the timing. He does. And he's got time for the defuse as well. MCS Gaming find a round off of a weak buy. HRT and Adderall completely let that slip, and down goes their streak. So what we need to see now, Master, is we need to see MCS take this momentum and run with it, right? We want to see them tie this half up. We don't want, if you're the CTs, right, you don't want HRT to get any more rounds on their T side. You want to tie this up. So we want to see some momentum. We want to see that develop into more rounds. But that is a huge round to take and finally stop HRT's reign of terror.
Absolutely, yeah. They've got to make this count here. They've got to hold it out. But although there's still plenty of money for them for this round, so they've plenty to work with, plenty of util, and so this is going to have to be another round that they're going to have to try extremely hard on for them to be able to, again, take another round. Now, again, that was a bit of a fluke, maybe. We'll see. Or was that, purposeful and they made the right plays? So we'll see what can happen here. Is Burglar going to be able to open us up once again? Got some tip taps, maybe.
Look at this space by Angel. I mean, how are they just out A main? I mean, I guess it's being watched anyways, but Raven here could catch a nice timing, but Scorchy's got the kill. Doesn't matter. Yeah, gets the big stick out and is hitting all the shots. That's fantastic. Oxarka needs to find this kill. He does. We've got a 3v2. Jay Breezy going to be tasked with holding on to this B bomb site. Aaron looking for the B anchor, knows that he's here somewhere, doesn't spot him on the van, but does eventually, does go down to Oxarka, so we've got a 1v2 turned 0v2. Oxarka, 3 kills in the round for him, fantastic, and yeah, MCS taking that momentum and running with it. They need to keep winning rounds, keep building, and this is going to be I'm pretty sure it's just going to be kind of like a save. We may see a couple of pistols come out from HRT, but they don't have a ton of money to buy. They've got double loss bonus, so this should just be a save and play for next. Yeah, we've got some deagles, but not much more than that, so this should be an MCS Gaming third unless HRT can hit some crazy shots, which is not out of the question. We've already seen them hit some crazy shots.
Yeah, we definitely have, and it's going to be something to find out. Is this going to be possible? I mean, as much as this is pistols, right? I mean, as I say that, but we have 3 hand cannons, we have 3 deagles that, if used correctly, which we've seen their aim currently be extremely on point, this could be bad. Depends on what happens here. We'll have to see if this opener here makes it happen. And that's going to be at least 1. Actually, 2. Raven gets the knife on Scorchy. And so there will be some recoveries. It is the AWP, but we'll see if Raven can make use of that.
Yeah, 100%, and that's a fantastic play by HRT. The silent boost from Raven up into the window, just never expected by MCS. It's a huge gap, a huge timing. This kill is everything. Jay Breezy able to hold on to the B-bomb site. We've got a 2v2 now, but Snoofafu is just so low, and Raven has the op. This is just such a dangerous weapon for this scenario. Holding on to the choke points right now. Snoofafu looking to get an advantage. Raven switching between the 2 choke points. Excuse me, stumbling over my words here. As MCS Gaming have seemed to stumble over this round. Snoofafu about to get pegged. Got to be careful. Yeah, Raven spots out the shoulder, and everything's down onto Jay Breezy with this MP9. Spots out 1. Knows where 1 player is. Going to be looking for a gun now. Drops connector. This was heard 100%. Raven now scoped in on the angle. This is being watched, but Jay Breezy with the kill. No armor comes in clutch, comes in very nice. Angel now looking to get the kill as Jay Breezy's not looking, and Angel. Beautiful kill and a beautiful round by Raven as well. That knife, just a gut punch to MCS Gaming. I mean, how does that even happen? How do you let that much space go in your defense? I don't even know. That's interesting. I wish I had an auto replay cam so I could go back and see exactly what happened, but interesting.
Well, one of the things that we have to take into consideration is, of course, with some teams, playing on CT just does not help. The money is it's a lot harder to manage, and we'll see what's able to be done once we swap over. But Burglar grabbing 2, Serendipity gets 1, Raven with the stolen op makes it happen, and sends an Angel to clean it up. I mean, it's 8-2. It's still definitely recoverable-ish. But again, once we switch over, I've seen teams that have been double digits on the flip, and then both sides just cannot do the CT. They just can't. And they're able to recover and then tie it up. And we'll see if that's a possibility. We'll see if that is what's going to happen. But hopefully that is. Because right now, MCS is definitely not having the best time. They're going to go, and they're already in their third timeout to see what's going on. What can they do? They've got to make a plan. And it looks like that plan is actually going to be a double op run. Fun enough. Breezy and Scorchy, both Ys, are going to be having the sniper each.
Yeah, 100%. This is interesting. The double op setup, Mirage is the map for this. And I say this, I want to go back to your earlier point, right, where you said sometimes teams just don't have any luck on their CT sides, and that's everyone always says a map is CT sided or T sided, but in the end of the day, it really just comes down to the players, doesn't it? Right? It's all dependent on who is in the server at the time, and that's a huge opening pick by Jay Breezy. Very nice opening.
That's
pick.
Raven. Raven's out.
Yes.
Our MVP for the entire server is gone. So this is, if there's going to be a chance, this is going to be it, especially if he hits the second shot, which it looks like that's going to be a no. But that's going to be okay as they work their way back.
Flash and the cat, Serendipity taking this space. Does make it across into ladder room. This is spotted out. Flash for Snoofafu, completely blinded Serendipity, but it's been dodged. This is going to be an interesting head-to-head, and Serendipity has got the kill onto Snoofafu. It's got some information as well. Lots of just information. Jay Breezy misses a shot. Has to be careful.
Ooh.
Fire just misses. 2 players left. Oh, misses the shot. Jay Breezy. Got to be so careful about this. Man, look at this maneuvering, though. Oh, my God.
Jay Breezy, my man with the no-scope.
Wow, what a shot to hit. And that's an excellent round, an excellent play by him. Even though he did miss a couple of shots on the op there, he maneuvered perfectly around the bomb site, used that smoke, went inside of it, and the T's could not find him, and he was stubborn. And because they weren't able to find him, they had no chance to get the bomb down, and the rotate was able to come in. Fantastic play. Absolutely beautiful stuff from Jay Breezy.
Yeah, he was dancing around that perfectly, and it's just a pixel off in some cases where it's like maybe they'll see each other in just the right time. They do not. So that's at least a recoverable round. If we're gonna add a 4 to 8, that'll be fantastic for MCS for them to go ahead and rotate in for the next round and switching sides. That'll be fantastic. And if they can get the pistol, they'll be in a really nice, cushy position as far as being down rounds. Only 2 would be great.
Missed Molotov. Interesting. Trying to come out Palace. Doesn't have the space. Ogura goes down without finding one. That's not fantastic. And down goes Scorchy Raven on the perfect repeak. And they have just demolished the A-bomb site. It's over before we can even think about the retake. It's the last round of the half. I mean, certainly not impossible, but it is a difficult situation. And it starts with this kill. Snoofafu able to take down Raven. That is a nice shot. And Raven gone. That is the big hitter, as you mentioned earlier. Now it comes down to Jay Breezy as well. The op needs to get activated. This is their secondary op. It is not their main one. AK picked up for Snoofafu. They're running out of time and running out of options. One player spotted out. Snoofafu, too many angles to worry about. And that is going to be an HRT 9th. A very dominant T-side for HRT.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they absolutely ran that just the way they wanted to. Hardly any resistance at all. But at the same time, and that was kind of my point in the pre-show a little bit, was seeing that coordination, right? And we just got done seeing 3 players crossing each other from 3 different angles to clean up the site. And no matter who he was looking at, there was another barrel pointed at him. And that's definitely something that is great to see. Because, again, a lot of the times they may be looking multiple angles and they just don't have enough time to get around. But they had the positioning ready to go and then was able to just lock in on their final target.
The classic Mirage B-rush strategy. Good util, though. Good flash.
Oh, jeez. He can't see
Blind
anything.
isn't bad, but he manages to get serendipity as well. And the trade comes through. Kills coming through as well. It's still even, made uneven as Raven gets one. And then it's right back to even. The trade game being played very well by both teams. Ogura spots one out towards Cat. We know where both of these players are. Each individual player taking their duels. Ogura handling the Cat. Nice kill onto Burglar. Ogura spots Aaron. It's a 2v1. Aaron does have a kit, so can take their time here. Gotta isolate the fights, though. Too much to worry about, and Ogura puts the final nail in the coffin in that pistol round, and we do have 4. And we've got an MCS Gaming pistol round win. And if there is a way for MCS to win this game, it starts with that pistol round that they just won.
It does, because now they're going to be able to buy up, and since you do have to be more conservative on the CT, there's absolutely hardly any way possible for them to get any upgrades for HRT. Now, we do see some upgraded pistols a little bit, and that's okay, but at this point, it's just going to be AKs and Galil's having a good time. Now, we still have some 2 max, so they could just run up in here and just blow some faces off, but we'll see how that makes its way, because, again, hand cannon here with Serendipity, you never really know how that's going to go.
You got to be really careful in this rounds, too, because you see pistols and you tend to get excited like, oh, this is going to be an easy round. They're on pistols. And then the 5.7 just rips 3 clean heads off. So we'll see what we've got. Yep. There's one. Oxarka gone, but no more. Okay. Thankfully, but Serendipity hitting a shot. And my God, again, it comes to fruition. I may have just caster cursed in this round for MCS Gaming. That is truly unfortunate. Shots being hit. Fantastic shots.
That's what I said. You got to watch out for them hand cannons. You know, if they get, a little bit of chip damage done to them, all they got to do is get one good dink, and all they got to do is pop out, hit it, and go right back in.
And HRT is fine with playing this extremely patient, right? They've got a good flank. P250 going to be coming out. The tap. P250 not able to get it. Got to be careful. No one extremely low, but the USP gets a dink, and oh my God, what was that? What was that shot?
He should have so had that. Oh, wait a second. Burglar getting the recovery, although 7 HP, there's not a lot of time to work with. We're about to rotate around to the other site. Gonna go ahead and make sure A is gonna have a good time here. Now, coming for the long way round, Burglar will either try to go for this or save the weapon, which is probably gonna go for it. Based off the information, he has to know that they're low. Has to. So, I mean, just a couple taps. I mean, it's not looking good. It's only 47 HP between 2 of them. So we'll have to see what's going to happen. And that's fine. That's the lowest one. Now it's up to Breezy with 44 versus 7. And all he has to do is get 1 bullet, and he does, to save the day.
That is massive. It's a nice attempt from Burglar as well there, but good damage control there by MCS Gaming. Actually, not really good damage control, but a good way to end that round. At least you get it over the line. It got scary. I believe we have a disconnect. Yeah, we do. Aaron out of the server. Yep. I think lagging a little bit there. But yeah, it is a good round for MCS Gaming nonetheless, because it is a round 1. Right, and that's kind of all that matters. As long as you're getting the rounds over the line, that's really all that matters in this scenario. But we are going to see a full buy from HRT and Adderall, so we're going to see what they give us on this full rifle round.
Yeah, because especially when you're on the T side, you got that extra money, and as long as you get the round, it's great. Just keep making the rounds happen. You
Look
can
at
keep
that
buying
util
up, and that's
fly.
okay.
Oh my god. I don't think I've ever seen that. Lexigrin does not do that with the HUD, so that was interesting to just see the aerial bombardment of utility fly onto the A-bomb site. And they've got control of it now, for the most part. Spam's coming out through smokes, and that's a kill on the Raven. Angel Gun drops and takes down Ogura, but only gets the one. Really, an interesting decision, and I would say one that's not worth it at all, to be completely honest with you. Only getting one there. You've left your team at a man disadvantage, and Burglar spots the cross at least. That's a good kill from Oxarka, completely blind as well, and Oxarka is raining terror. Bomb is going to go down. Burglar here in a 1v4. MCS Gaming are clawing this back. This should be 6 unless Burglar is able to do something crazy, but I don't think they will. I think they're just going to go for the save here. It will be looked for, and Burglar's crosshair not on the mark, falling asleep at the wheel. MCS Gaming find 6, 3 rounds away from tying it up.
Yep, but now we got the full loss bonus fully into effect for HRT. So that should help them out quite a bit as far as being able to, if they want to eco, they can. Or they should be able to have full-blown rounds going full force, full everything whenever they decide to do that. Now, we are going to have one MP9. I did see the eco sniper coming out. Did see a scout for a hot second there on Raven. But at least one of our predictions was definitely coming right, with Raven having some of the most experience, definitely showing out with 18 kills so far. We're not even over with yet. But definitely seeing the team come alive for MCS has definitely been great. Definitely seeing that they are definitely, at least on Mirage, more of a T-sided team, which is at least giving them an option to come back here. And seeing as that it's pistols, they should give them another chance to be able to rock it up and have only 2 rounds separate. Wow. Okay.
Oh my god, and the flank comes through. Ooh, good control by Jay
That was
Breezy.
almost bad.
Yeah, that is a massive kill. And you do lose 2 players. Two pistols, so it's definitely not great. And oh no, complete collapse again. It's just one of these low buys, one of these just random, should have just been completely over the line for MCS Gaming. Ends up going the other way. Jay Breezy doesn't have a ton of hope, and yeah, Burglar, final nail in the coffin, and HRT are on to double digits now. It looked like such a strong run for MCS Gaming. It looked like we were going to see an exact flip of what we saw in the first half, but HRT get their name in very, very early in the second half with a round you wouldn't expect them to win at all.
Yep, and that's typically how it's going to go. You get comfortable, you think pistols, okay, let's do it again, and then, that first dink really gave it away. What we were about to be in store for. But that's okay. As of now, they had plenty of money to make some extra craziness happen again. I'm fully buying up. So let's to see if this is going to be it again. Or who's going to get this? Is going to be just a close game. Now, Raven does have the sniper in hand. So that could be huge for them to be able to make this round happen. But if Raven goes down, which is already down to 16... they could recover that. And oh no, for Angel getting 2 right off the rip.
Trade back by
there we
Scorch
go.
is pretty nice, yeah. Oxarka in an interesting position. It is being held by Raven. Now, Raven is extremely low. However, if there's one player on your team you don't mind being low, it's your opper. Right?
Yep.
In fact, there's a law, Bogdan's law, right? Where you give the op to the player with the lowest HP. So, definitely still can find some insane impact with that low health. Now, this is going to be an A split, I believe. Oxarka just going to move as soon as this util draws some presence out. Raven does finally move off of the angle, which allows Oxarka to move onto the stairs. This is an opportunity. Spots 1 kill. That's 1 down. Serendipity dead. And down goes Raven as well. So now we're in a man advantage for MCS Gaming. Ooh. HRT going to be coming fast through CT. Burglar worried about the nest crawl, but going to link up with their teammate. We've got a kit as well, but no util. Unless maybe there was some on Raven's body. I do see a flash. But But maybe just grab this op and get out of here if you're not able to find anything. Spam through the boxes, but it's not in the right position, and that's exactly what we're going to see. Burglar grabbing the op and getting the heck out of Dodge. MCS Gaming have found 7. Again, 3 rounds away from evening it out. Oh, and down goes Aaron. That's actually huge. That's another gun taken away. The op still gets carried over. So not too stressful.
No, and that's going to be great for HRT. You know, that's your most expensive gun, so if there's going to be one that gets saved, that should be it. And now they're going to be able to have a good time. And yeah, that's 7 for them. And with the money advantage still, you know, they're not going to have all the util that they could possibly want for HRT. It'll be good. It's not going to be great, but it's going to be good enough. But we still got everything ready to go for MCS, so they should have still an advantage. But they just got to make that happen. And at least the good news is with how HRT is playing, they're doing, you know, 2, and 1 for the map currently. So if they hit a site, this should be fairly easy. And they're actually over-aggressing quite a bit on the A site.
Yeah, 100%. They pushed all the way into the ramp, but they think better of it, right? And this is what you're supposed to do when you take ramp control. This is exactly how the CT should be playing. You take it. Now you've got 1 watching Palace and 1 watching ramp. There is an opening connector, but not massive, and this opening is about to be closed by Raven. So, A bomb site is completely on lockdown. The 2 remaining CTs only have to worry about mid and B now. But there is a weakness, right? Where you create a strong point, you also create a weak point, right? And it looks like MCS Gaming have maybe found that. Oh, my Lord. That was close to hitting. Insanely close to hitting. Jay Breezy here, just distraction. Scorchy does get a kill towards Cat. And yeah, again, that weak point that I was talking about, right? It is the B bomb site, and it is just Aaron with an MP9. Now, MP9, a formidable gun, especially on the B site where the angles are so close, right? Aaron can run around and just play ring around the rosy with this MP9 and just get some fantastic shots hit, and it could just turn the round on its head. And Raven here as well is watching for the apps pop. Now going to start to walk out onto the site, looking for the plant. The plant goes down. Raven's position is known, but there's a flank, and I believe that this is going to be the end of the round. Wait, Raven's looking for it. Baits the shot out. That's a nice bait, but Snoofafu not able to get the kill either. And there we go. Snoofafu was just the distraction all along as his teammates able to get the kills for him. Op recovered. Op cannot be bought for HRT. So that is a big plus for MCS Gaming. They won't have to fight against the CT op this round.
No, they won't. And it looks like they're going to be fighting against much of anything at this point. Now, we do have Raven having some fun. We do have the Scout coming in, which is going to be exciting to see. But a bunch of MP9s, which, again, fantastic. And with enough of them, that's a lot of bullets flying through the air. So at that point, it's a little scary. But we'll see what can be done with it.
And we've already seen HRT win a round on a buy like this and almost win another as well. So definitely not something to be played with. HRT's eco rounds or little half investments or whatever. They definitely know what they're doing with these guns. And MCS definitely have to be careful here. But as long as they're able to mitigate the damage control and find the gap in the defense, they should be able to take a 9th round. And they'll be 1 round away from tying it. This is massive. This fight, huge. Raven goes down. Jay Breezy onto Burglar. 1 more player on site. Serendipity. 2 here to fight. Snoofafu's got 1 and has 2. 2 remaining players for HRT and Adderall. They'll be coming from Market. The bomb site completely open for business. MCS Gaming have all but secured a 9th round. Everything looks to be set
getting that bomb planted. Aaron, Angel, last 2. They don't have a whole lot to lose, but they definitely have enough that they could maybe make something happen here. No, they're going to get double barreled on Angel, and Aaron's going to be the last one here. Trying to spray through here, but the barrels are just, the bullets are flying. Trying to get anything at all, but coming from the side. Aaron will be going down. And that's going to be round 9 on the board for them. So they are 1 round away from tying it up. 10-10. Money-wise, looking fantastic. That's 20 grand in their back pockets, and I mean, not bad. I mean, they still have plenty to where they could rebuy yet again if they lose one. But look at that, down to just a couple $100 for the side of HRT, so they've got to be careful here.
Yeah, MCS in an interesting position, right? You win this round, HRT and Adderall, they've got full loss bonus, right? But it's not really a great buy next round if they decide to buy into it. You could end up playing against another half buy, right? So if you win this round and the next round, you're up to 11 and you take the lead from HRT and Adderall, who shut you down on your CT side. This would be a fantastic position, and we've really just seen a huge change in momentum as the half has changed. And it's exactly like you said, some teams are just T-sided.
Yeah, they are, and it happens, and you know, they just, you know, and honestly, Mirage seems to be that map that I see probably the most, where it's just like they just can't make those connections. They try to, but unfortunately, it just happens that way. And they can all rotate around, but it's just something about Mirage just does not play nice.
No, not at all, right? And it is it's just one of those maps where if you get rolling, you're good, right? And the other team is just going to struggle to put up rounds against you. Ogura needs to be very careful. It looks like he might be lagging a little bit, but that might just be the spectator view. This is interesting. It's now a man disadvantage. It was a man disadvantage. It's been made even. Serendipity gets out of dodge, pulling Util out in the middle of the open. That's not a good idea. That nade is pretty decent, but yeah, down goes Serendipity, and that's a nice double from Ogura, leaving Raven in a 1v3, and I think you just saved this op. I don't even think you give it a look. I don't think you give this a chance whatsoever. There were 10 seconds left in the round, but Bomb goes down with plenty of time. They're going to go hunting Raven, gets one shot. And now they want to have a look for it. Oh my god, it takes down Scorchy! Not like this, MCS Gaming. Not like this, surely not. Stufafu surely has got this, and yeah, puts the bullet in the side of Raven. And you know what? You know what? I don't hate that, A-Master. I don't hate that at all, because you bait the op into going for the round, and they don't have an op this round. They don't have anything. They have nothing. That honestly, like, I don't think that was the plan, but it works out fantastic for them. It really does.
Yeah, and see, HRT has been having a really good time, especially with Raven having that op, you know, and been able to open up those rounds and be able to make that damage happen has kind of been their best friend. But at this point, now they're all down to those MP9s, and so it's going to be a little bit harder. Potentially easier, depends how many barrels are pointed at one person.
Raven is gone. Raven's out of the round. And yeah, it's been a collapse.
No.
The MP9's going down. HRT and Adderall are losing control of this game and losing control of the map. That is an AK recovered, but immediately gone down. Serendipity in a 1v4. So much space to recover, and it's not happening. MCS Gaming have taken the lead. What has happened?
What has happened is they were very patient, methodical, and working together, and got as many rounds as they possibly could. Again, it seems like CT is just not where either team wants to be, and that's okay. It happens that way sometimes, but either way, they're going to go ahead and take the lead, 11-10. We're down to we're up to rifles, but hardly any util for HRT, so it's going to be a little bit rough. Serendipity, Burglar, Snuff, and Burglar again. Gonna go ahead and make it 2-3. So Scorchy and Raku is gonna have to give their all here, get the bomb planted, and see what is possible for them to hold the site and make it a 12 match point.
Burglar and Serendipity are extremely low as well, right? And that makes this AK extremely lethal. And Ogura has gone looking, has completely cleared out Cat. We've got Scorchy, needs to be careful. And yeah, he spots out. There, down goes Raven. And down goes Burglar. And down goes Serendipity. Oh my God. Scorchy is in the server, ladies and gentlemen. And MCS Gaming are on match point. It was 9-3. 9-3.
Yep, it was indeed. So 4 kills on the entire round, all up to Scorchy. And now ultimately getting that final round to match point. And so we are just one away, down to just the most eco of eco rounds. We do have Burglar with a rifle, but that's about it. So we'll see if that's possible. Oh no, Breezy getting caught off guard, getting caught with the util out. Bad things happen. Recovery for Serendipity. That may be the bad stages already opening up, and we've already got as well one more going down. And so we've got to have some kind of kills rolling in for MCS to see if they can make that happen. Angel's going to tank the nade to the face. And the smokes are starting to clear, and the kills are coming in. And it's down to 1. It's up to the MVP of the server, Raven, with an MP9, waiting to get some intel. Oh, no, that may have just been... You could have got at least 1 extra.
My God. That was a 9-3
Wow.
first half to 13-10. 10 rounds from MCS Gaming, 1 for HRT and Adderall. That is a collapse. And you know what's even scarier than that? This was HRT's map pick. We have Ancient next.
Ouch.
MCS
Yeah.
Gaming go into their map pick with a comeback like that. Oh my God, you have to be feeling confident. You have to be feeling extremely confident.
Yeah, and I bet you Scorchy's definitely feeling really good for getting on the match point, and then they open that and clean it out just at the last little bit here for that final round. They got to be, they definitely have to be feeling confident going into Ancient. That's going to be the next map coming up. It's going to be exciting, because being that it's their map pick, they're being able to do things, be able to make the choices here, and it's going to be good. I'm excited to see it. When you see a 3-9 split, it's a little rough. Right. You don't really expect things like that to go, the other way. You're like, well, they could get some rounds back, but they slowly but surely being able to make those rounds. And again, Mirage just seems to be really difficult on the CT side. So just happened to, be chilling with that, and we flip sides, and HRT has the same problems. But instead of overcoming some of those problems for at least a few rounds, being 3, those 3 would have won them the game. Where MCS was able to get those 3 and then ultimately be able to do the exact same thing on the T side, got him the victory.
Yeah, just absolutely disgusting stuff from MCS Gaming. But we are going to go to a short break in between maps here while we load over. The teams have plenty of time to join Ancient, so give us casters a chance to rest our whistles after that one. That was a fantastic ending to that game there. We'll see you guys probably in about 5 or 7 minutes with Ancient. Don't you guys go anywhere besides maybe a quick bathroom break and grab some water, but make sure you're back here because you're not going to want to miss map 2.